Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Man the Maker, and welcome back to Vagrus, the Riven Realms. That's right. We're back, and we're ready to go. Very excited to get back into this game. I took no break. I took no break, actually. Okay, I took a day off, but we're here again. I did camp off camera. Forgive me. But it's the only way to save, so that's what we did. Yeah, A does not scroll to the right. I gotta remember that. I think there's no way to move. No way to move the camera. Is that right? I'm centered. I guess so. Okay. We just carry on. Right. Let's go. Why waste breath when we've got to cross through the desert? I don't actually remember where we are. The whole comitatus becomes agitated as a dust cloud appears in the east and starts to move towards you. You give orders to your crew to prepare for a dust storm. Such a thing is fairly common out here on the border of the Syrian plains. You have little trouble traversing it. Yeah, very well. Make the necessary arrangements, and we go. It's absolutely beautiful. What city is that? Is that where we're going? Avernum. After half an hour, the cloud is much closer and is certain that it'll cross your path. By then, everyone is wearing protective masks or bandanas, and all the cargo and equipment is secured. Javik is riding a large beast of burden, fastened to its back, deep in concentration to maintain the calmness of all your animals. Thank you, Javik. But something is off. An uncanny twilight is settling on the broken plains around you. It's much too early for sunset, and the storm itself should not blot out light in such a manner. And then you hear it, chanting in the wind, and a pale light at the heart of the storm heading your way. You can see the faces of the crew slowly distorting into panic. That's not a city. Try to flee as fast as you can. Yeah, I don't know if we want to fight these guys. Let's run! You're about to give the order when Sidarius walks up to you. What is the meaning of this, Vagrus? There's no need for such a desperate act. It is just a dust storm. You quickly tell him about your previous encounter with the lost pilgrimage. The last. Nonsense. The chances that the pilgrims would show up are... Shit. Sidarius trails off as the eerie twilight falls upon the comitatus and dust envelops you all. There's no time to flee or hide, so you signal everyone to draw weapons and stand at the ready. This reminds me, I didn't get to heal my lady. We didn't get to heal her. That's not good. She is horrendously wounded right now. Some of your crew tremble, some are praying, and some are about to break, but not Sidarius. The knight walks toward the approaching apparition as if being possessed by a death wish. You see Javik frowning and sweating in concentration, no doubt trying to combat your beast's natural instinct to flee in terror. In a few moments you can hear the chanting and see the ghastly pilgrims clearly through the dust curtain, desiccated forms in faded robes shuffling along the broken terrain, or rather over the terrain somehow, as if floating along at an enhanced pace. Their vacant faces are illuminated by a dreadful pale light that emanates from their hollow insides. You are paralyzed by terror. Blurred images enter your mind, visions of a horrid procession of living dead wearing faded robes. You walk among them. You are one of them. I need some water already. We're there. And it's not good when the pink vessel is already empty. I myself am feeling rather desiccated. One of my favorite words of all time, I have to say. Before they would reach you without any apparent reason, the spectral pilgrims turn left and head south along a dried-out riverbed. It takes your mind some minutes to comprehend that an unusual mercy was granted you and your crew. The last pilgrimage marches on, slowly disappearing into the cracked badlands beyond, taking the ghoulish twilight and the dust storm with them. It takes a few moments for for the crew and yourself to come to your senses. Did this really happen? What was the reason, if any, for the spectral troop to change direction at the last second? How can one explain that they appeared again after such a short time? Sidarius walks over to you looking confident, though you can see he's a bit shaken too. Sagarad is with us. This is an omen if I've ever seen one. My destiny for retribution against the enemies of the Empire must be the reason why these horrors let us be. You swallow and nod, yet you are not so certain why it happened the way it did. Rest assured, Vagrus, as long as you have me by your side, no harm will come to your comitatus. Remember that. Sidarius walks away, signaling the line to move along. +5 insight. Okay. I think that's experience. I kind of forget. Still rattled, you move along the line, assuring everyone that the danger has passed. With the comitatus moving, you join Javik on top of the largest beast of burden, but you barely talk. You've never heard of anyone encountering the last pilgrimage twice. Somehow you do not feel blessed, haunted, more like. After an hour or two, you and your crew fall back into your travel routines, and tonight all this will seem much less terrifying. In fact, you should be grateful for avoiding certain death at the hands of these cursed things twice in a row. Let's just hope there won't be a third time. Indeed. If I go here... Yeah. I can do that. I should do that. I should have another Outrider. Cool. That's not what I had actually intended on doing, but I think it's a good call. Medical supplies. That's what I want to be looking at. If I can remember where things are. Here? No. Here? No. Here. No. Okay. I think it was here. I think it's just at night. At night I get the option to heal people. She's mortally wounded. Morwen, indeed you are. I think we just have to go on. And then hopefully nothing happens and night will come and we can just camp. And I get the option. I would like to heal you. Treat Morwen. Morwen yelps in pain. Treat her using medical supplies. Yeah. Supplies. I'm not going to heal him. He's okay. He's fine. You're now fine. You're no longer mortally wounded. You are not. You're also probably fine. 9 days. I mean, what's your vitality? 1 out of 10. It's not great. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we're going through our medical supplies. It's not great. I'll pay you guys now. Because we're going to make our money when we get there. And that's going to be fine. End the day. Insight. Yes. Insight is effectively experience points. These are my own attributes. Devote and earn trust. Dexterous. I don't know how much these matter for me. Evaluate is probably good. Persuasion is probably... I mean, these things are probably just good for me as the boss. Then again, having these things would probably be nice aid. Yeah, this, I spent so much crap on Inspire before. Or Prepare. I was just preparing everybody around and then they both got dropped. And I could do nothing for them. There's a lot of things here. Increased chance of scouting, probably good. Outer Realms lore, I don't know. What if anything? What are these things worth? There's so many. Increased chance of foraging. Right, there's a lot. There's a lot here. I do have enough points to boost my evaluate. I feel like charismatic is probably the way to go here. Prospecting? Intimidation, huh? Good for slaves. Increased chance of scouting. I'm kind of looking like increased chances of healing. I mean, we don't get injured, right? So I think I'm just going to save my points. Cool. I spent some points. I could have boosted my resourcefulness. I could have boosted authority. But it's okay. I think we just carry on now. We're almost there. We can reach it. Lest there be any more events in the meantime. We have to camp outside the city. I expect something to occur. Just pay him now. Just pay him now. And to Avernum we go. Clear the throat. The Comitatus climbs a broken ridge, and everyone stops a moment to take in the visage of Avernum, nestled atop around a range of large hills in the horizon to the southwest. The chimneys of the many forges and smelters cast a dark shadow over the city, while the lava fields beyond the settlement provide a reddish sky for backdrop. It appears that crude roads meander among the hills here, probably leading to the mines and quarries we had passed in the last day or so. Time for us to part for a while, Vagrus. The voice of Sidarius makes you jump a little. Time for us to depart for ways for a while, Vagrus. The voice of Sidarius makes you jump a little. For a large fellow wearing heavy armor, he managed to creep up on you somehow. He is standing beside you, gazing at the horizon. I have to make my way into the city alone. My reasons are my own, but before I go, I have a proposition for you. His voice and stature tell you, okay, sure. You are well aware, of course, that my contingent was betrayed and ambushed out in the wasteland where we met. During our trek back here, I have come to the conclusion that whoever betrayed us had to be involved in the investigation I led in Avernum before setting out from the city. Even though I have some ideas where to start looking for traitors, the implications of this despicable betrayal are too severe to attempt meeting it head on. I require secrecy and guile. Most of my remaining allies in the city and I are too easy to track or recognize, and those responsible could easily make evidence disappear if I am revealed to be alive. Someone has to provide that guile for us. After a short pause, he looks you in the eye. What I mean is that you, your friend the mage, and the rest of your crew could be vital in finding the culprits and bringing them to justice. The Empire needs your help, Vagrus. Interesting. Help for the Empire, gaining powerful friends, a price. I mean, I'll ask about the investigation. I do not want to say much here. Suffice to say that I was summoned to the city by elements of authorities there to take a leading part in a series of investigations into abolitionist activity. Yes, Vagrus, do not look so surprised. Slave lovers. Their despicable activity resulted in a whole group of these ingrates escaping their bonds and devolving into banditry, preying on good citizens of the Empire, on Comitati, on people like you and your crew. I and my Sagoradite contingent managed to catch quite a few of them with the aid of local authorities, but the liberated tribe itself was out of our reach until we found a lead that followed north to the area where we met. We were supposed to locate their hideout and deal with them in a permanent fashion. The rest is history. Footnote? It's a quote. Okay. I'm like, does this game, like, is there a footnote on this? Like, do I need to go and check somewhere? Are there other books that I'm supposed to be reading? No, unfortunately not. I think we'll help them for gaining powerful friends. I mean, yeah, money's great, but powerful friends are good. So Darius seems to be somewhat surprised, perhaps even disappointed for a brief moment. Then he flashes what passes for a smile on him. Very well. I was nurturing hope that you'll be willing to aid the Empire in this perilous predicament. We will struggle side by side, just like we did near the Voiceless Lake, Vagrus. And I can assure you, the Order of the Black Sun does not forget loyalty and dedication to the Empire. He slaps you on the shoulder. Now let us part ways and follow my plan. Apparently everything he does I have to read in this voice. The plan for now, which I'm not going to be able to maintain, the plan for now is to make our ways into Avernum separately, so that you won't be associated with me at all. Rest assured that although they do not expect my return, the traitors would be informed at once I had turned up at the gates. So I have to find an alternative way in. I will send for you once I'm settled in. Someone trustworthy shall appear and guide you to the next word makes him cringe, hideout. We'll talk about your tasks there. Not accustomed to hiding out? You're hiding a lot of your body behind a very, very boxy hat, I've got to say. It's quite the statement. Just coming in on now, it's fine. That might complicate matters somewhat. Oh, he has belongings. He looks thoughtful. Take their holy symbols to the Temple of Sagharad quietly. You can get rid of the weapons as you see fit, but I forbid selling them on the markets. It would draw too much attention to you, and we do not want that for now. Sidaris pierces you with his gaze. I sincerely hope I can trust you with this, Vagrus. Vagrus. Woe betide you if you do not comply. I honestly wish I had started reading all of his text, trying to imitate David Sedaris. I don't know if you know who that is, but I think it would be pretty funny if only I could do it. With that, he takes his leave of you and waits as you signal the Comitatus to move forward. The knight remains behind to find his way into the city on his own. A quarter of an hour later, Sidarius is only a small speck on the horizon, and you are rapidly approaching Avernum. The last stretch before the city awaits you. Sidarius was removed from your Comitatus. That's unfortunate.
Dark omens, ominous apparitions of an otherworldly covenant of spectres, a grim night out for vengeance, time and coin running out slowly. Yet against all odds, we journeyed to the city of Avernum on the Smoulderbone Flats, a place bustling with travelers, merchants, and lowlifes. It was supposed to be a short stop on our way east, but we got more than we bargained for.
Hold that space button. All right, into Avernum we go. After that, oh wow, that's things open up. Things open up quite a bit. When occupying a settlement node, you can enter the settlement using the enter button on the radio menu. Yeah, do it. The city of Avernum. Even as you approach its mighty gates set in dark walls decorated with the bones of gigantic creatures, you can smell its foul stench. The dry, sulphurous reek of the region, so close to the molten tongue, mixes with the bitter, ashen stink of the many foundries and forges in the city. Over the walls, the many rooftops and chimneys of the city lean together in a jumble. Buildings on the lower part of the hill are more dilapidated, while the ones near the top are in better condition in general, with the walled-off villas here and there. A group of guards stops you as the Comitatus moves ponderously under the gate arch. While your cargo and men are being chucked, you can see several grim, black-clad legionnaires of the Avernus Legion standing close by beneath the gate towers looking at you. Gate tax is 2 changers, the head guardsman says after getting the confirmation from his men that everything is in order. A slave next to him bows to you and holds up the open money box he carries chained to him. Pay with goods? Pay the gate tax. Pay the gate tax. 2 changers. It's fine. It's fine. Having passed under the wall through the city gate, you arrive at the cobbled plaza on the inside. Without delay, you head towards the Mancio, the large city inn for Comitati, to set yourself up there and have some rest after the arduous journey. In an hour, everything is settled, your beasts are stabled, your cargo unloaded into the warehouse, and most of your crew is ready. Just as you're about to head into the common room and order a drink for yourself, Javik approaches and draws you aside. Of course he does. I had asked this in the comments from the last episode. I think probably the end. I'm reading a lot. I probably don't need to read everything, and I'm considering maybe skipping this, but also I enjoy it, and I'm gonna ask again. There's three possibilities. One is that we just burn through it, right? I can skim things very quickly. I can get the idea of what's going on, and I could say that, and then we can move on. 2, I could just kind of read quickly, right? I mean, I can read much faster than I am now. But the third one is when I kind of I try and get into it a little bit, and I add a little drama, a little flavor to it. These are kind of the 3 options. I like the third one, though maybe with a little bit of option 2. For this part, I could have just skipped that, right? We could say, okay, we're going inside, and we get pulled. Okay, we can skip that as well. I think I'm going to go, that's my current, we're turning to that mode now. There's someone here to see you, boss. Someone sent by your nightly friend. Says she wants to talk to you discreetly. It was foolish to think, wow, she's already here. You have little choice. The woman waiting for you in the shadows between the stable and the walls of Mancio is wearing a large hood and a long cape over a dark gray, featureless tunic. As you approach, though, she throws the hood back, revealing the markings of someone in the service of Askul, god of the underworld. A face painted pale with dark eyeshadow to give the impression of near death. You suspect that she's a novice attached to the Order of Black Sun, or an acolyte of the Church of Askul. The woman looks around furtively. There's nobody nearby, just you and Javik. Greetings from our mutual friend, the Knight Dominus. The young woman says quietly after looking you in the eye. I was sent here to take you to him when you're ready. I'll wait here. Just don't take too long. He's very eager to see you. All right. Javik wants to talk more. So it would seem that we'll stay here longer than we had expected. It occurs to me that such a delay would be a strain on our resources, and I rather doubt that our knightly friend cares about that. Yeah, I've also considered this. Javik goes on. I was thinking we could smelt the scrap metal we bought. I know it would cost us, but hear me out. Not only does smelted metal take up less space in the cargo hold, it could allow us to sell a fraction of it for great profit here. It's a loss in the long run, but we have to pay the crew if we are to tarry here, don't we? You have to admit, he's making a lot of sense. You could smelt down the metal and smell off some of the bars. Smell off some of the bars. I don't think we need to. I don't know. The Mancio pane is now active. Here's the Mancio. This is the Mancio pane. Inn specialized for comitati. When you rest in the Mancio, the day ends and you get an end scene similar to when you camp in the wilderness. Yeah, okay. Except you probably have to pay more. Bounties. Interesting. You can hire dismissed crew as well as buy or sell beasts. The type of beast can also be changed here at great cost, but this is locked in Pilgrims of the Wasteland. Very good. Rumors can be purchased here. Bits of information can unlock points of interest on your chart. Okay. Passengers, you can take them to your destination, but you have to be quick. And exchange news. You can get some information that you might pay for in another place. At the same time, also pass the news you got from elsewhere, providing a few coins. Can we only do limited things? So here's some rumors, and here's some passengers. So if I bring you, if I take you, then you're coming with me. Okay, first of all, we should exchange. Okay. You'll pay a little bit, not a whole lot. Bounties, savages, the bounties of fire. I don't know. I don't know how much to spend here. Am I a fool? Am I spending all of my money? We could hire more guys. They do have an upkeep. Yeah, they do cost some. Hire another scout, another fighter. They're very expensive. We have a wandering old man. We could just take on another one. Okay. I will need to buy food probably. Because I have like no supplies left. Am I buying supplies? How many? Wow, we went through a lot. Best, the lowest place to buy prices of the two that we know. We go through, yeah, we have supplies for only one day. That's not great. I can sell the ivory, which we will. Sell the beast hides, which we will. And I can buy supplies for not a whole lot. I should not have bought these other things. Oh boy. Supplies for 2 days. It's not great. Lots of things that we could potentially buy. They suggested smelting things down. Explore the city. We can meet Scornar. Go to the fighting pit. Seek out the foundries. We have no money, so we're not really going to be able to do any of this. But we're actually out of time. We're going to keep these episodes a little bit shorter than the last one. So we are going to put a cut in here. Next time, we're going to not have enough money to do anything. We got supplies for 3 days. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We might need... I mean, I didn't waste that much money. I could have bought a couple more supplies. So maybe we just have to go ahead and melt these things down like our friend said. But that's going to be next time. If you guys enjoyed the episode and you want to let me know, hit that like button. Also, if you just want to help support the channel, it's the easiest way. It also lets our computer overlords know... Lets our computer overlords know that this is important and useful and entertainment. So don't forget to do that. Also subscribe if you want to catch more content coming from me. And join the community, support the channel. Lots of ways you can find them down below. Discord, Twitter, Patreon, Twitch. All those links will be down below. As well as a link to buy the game. It's not out yet. Or rather not buy the game, but to support the game for crowdfunding. As long as this is still relevant. A demo comes out today, tomorrow. Okay, today is a recording. I don't know when you're going to see this, but a demo will be out soon, so you should be able to play that. And until next time, my name is Man the Maker. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day.